Used to be a paper chaser, now this money chasing me. Dedicated to the business, bagging up since 93. Player gotta grind, it's the hustle that be holding me. 100 stats, hundreds to the point I can't fold it. See, I love my white, can't forget my clientele. I even got a thing for my razor and my scale. I do this for my niggas in the greater locked in jail. It's hustle till I die with them boys on my trail. Let me tell you about this game, everybody think they know about.
Welcome back, everybody, to debate that happened last Thursday from this episode. And it was between the president right now, Joe Biden, and the former president, Donald Trump. It was held in Atlanta, the first debate that was held this early in the year when it comes to a election year. So it's very controversial because a lot of people are concerned, especially Democrats, in terms of Joe's capability of being president or his capability of outbeating Trump in his pursuit to be president again. So I'm interested to hear what you got to say about it, because I know you very big on stuff like this. So I'm very interested to hear what you got to say about it, because I got a lot to say about it too.
I'm pretty small on it right now, though.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
I think it's embarrassing to see that politics became a joke in this country. Not saying that it's ever been like a real serious thing and not a setup, but I feel like we're losing intelligence in our political people. Like, Joe Biden is not capable of saying a complete sentence. Trump is on the verge of being a felon. So I just think that this has turned into a big joke. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Trump wouldn't be able to run. I'm going to just be honest. He might be able to run, but he don't have the trust of the people like he once did, or his core people that's following him. It's like it did a big shift. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think we need any president right now. I think we just need to focus on us and our resources right now. But Biden got to go. I just can say that. Biden got to go. And that's how I feel about it.
Well, number one, let me address your Donald Trump felon part.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I don't like about Trump running for president again, because of the fact that he technically is a felon. And I'm just saying, technically.
Is he though?
Technically he is. Right now, if we having a conversation, he is a convicted felon, which is the first time in history a president or a president candidate was able to run as a convicted felon.
Yeah.
So he is a convicted felon. Now, I have a very personal bias against that, because I think in America, where most felons and coming from jail don't have the ability to
vote,
have a life. I mean, to work a decent job, to get an apartment, get a house, to get anything, have a decent civil life. Now we have somebody who's obviously a wealthy man,
billionaire,
has a lot of resources, has a lot of power, knows a lot of people, is able to run for the highest job in this country, literally the control of the whole country.
Yeah. And
now he is a convicted felon, when most felons can't even run their house properly because they can't get any resources. I don't like that.
Okay, but are we blaming Trump for that?
I'm not blaming him for that. I mean, he did. If he did what they say he did, then yes, we have to blame him because he did it.
But they weren't gonna blame him unless he really continued to run for president and be in their way.
I mean, regardless of the reasonings, the fact is he is a felon as of right now.
Yeah.
So, and he was convicted guilty for whatever they said he did. So, the fact that he's able to run for president. And to me, I just think I'm not even blaming him for that fact, because it's obviously a wrinkle in American law for him to be able to run as the president and be a convicted felon, when most good paying jobs, even here in South Carolina, you can't get. Like, you better off working at Dollar General, McDonald's to be, a felon. You can't even work at some of the higher paying jobs that's going to provide for your family.
Right.
So that's something I don't appreciate, or I don't like the fact that he's able to do that.
But whose fault would that be, though?
I mean, technically, it would be his fault because he did it. If he did it, I don't have nothing. I wasn't there. I mean, I'm not doing any investigation in terms of what he did or what he didn't. But all I'm going off is what the Supreme Court said he did.
Right.
And they convicted him guilty and all the allegations and all the charges that he had. So, with that being said, we have to go off what they saying, and he's guilty.
But do we ever believe what they say any other time?
I'm not saying we do. I'm just saying that the fact of the matter is, right now, as a matter, like a real fact, he's a felon.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I just said it, but I was just saying that to make fun of the situation. Like, bro, the only people that was backing you, now they're persecuting you. you need to get your house in order before you want to become the president. You know what I'm saying? So the trust of the people is not there as it once was. And I think it's a lot of Democrats and Republicans turning their back on Trump and his policies because he's going against who pays them. And I don't know exactly if that's true, but that's what it feels like. Like Trump is talking a little too much. He's a little bit too rowdy. He's a little bit too outspoken. And they don't like that, especially in America. You got to be censored. So
absolutely, and that's one thing. And I agree with you, but I'm gonna flip it. I think the American people are just turning on America, period, and their power structure, period. Because
okay, I agree with that.
I mean, right now, a lot of people that are normal citizens are looking at the White House and looking at the presidency situation and saying this is the two best candidates that we have to run the country.
Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, we literally got an 81-year-old man and a 78-year-old man. No matter what wrong
200-year-olds.
Exactly. No matter what's wrong with them. Now, normally between those ages, we talking about severe senior citizens.
Yeah, right.
I'm being real.
25-cent coffees.
Exactly. So I'm talking about well past the retirement age.
Right.
So these are the two people who are going to be running our country, or who are chosen by potentially who are chosen by either the Democratic or the Republican Party to be running our country. These are the two best candidates we have.
That make you think: are we really choosing these candidates, or are they choosing them for us?
I mean, obviously the colleges, the elective colleges,
of course,
are choosing, and the vote does matter for the people who say it don't. It does matter. It does matter.
All right, okay.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying it does matter.
I mean, okay. Where has it got us so far?
Obviously, we done got some bad candidates in the White House.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying...
It just keeps happening, too.
But...
It just keeps going.
Obviously, the elective colleges are actually the ones who pick the presidents.
Of course,
I'm not saying... I do think our vote play a factor in that.
In what way?
In that... I'm not saying this proven. I'm just saying I personally believe our vote do play a factor in that.
I think it's a game.
I mean, I think...
A monopoly game of the country.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big game to get everybody into it. And then I think our votes comes from, like, who's the popular vote? Who should we put in the forefront? And my thing is with that is like, okay, they voted for this guy, let's put him up there. You know what I'm saying? Or they voted for this guy, let's put him up there. Don't mean he gonna win, but let's put him up there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of a lot of that going on. And I think we done gotten to the age in 2024, like, come on, bro. We all know politics is another source of entertainment in a way. There's nothing but lies and greedy people and people that we don't see is actually controlling the board.
Absolutely.
So
and one thing when you talk about voting, that's one thing it's so much that we can talk about.
It is because it is. Yeah. And my thing is about this being in Atlanta. I was like, wow, it's in Atlanta. I did not know it was in Atlanta until you just said something. Yeah. I did not know it was in Atlanta. I'm like, why would they put it in Atlanta?
Because that's the CNN Center.
Okay, so why would they put it in Atlanta again?
I mean, technically it was hosted in the CNN Center, like one of their facilities. So and their headquarters is in Atlanta.
I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing or a bad thing. I just find it very ironic that the importance of the black vote, and then they happen to be in one of the.
I mean, obviously that was one of the poll questions. That was actually one of the poll questions about what both of them. Yeah, well, both of them in terms of the black jobs and how the numbers.
And Trump said nothing wrong about that.
I mean, and that's something that me and you talked about before the show started.
Yeah,
I believe Trump was definitely dodging questions and telling a lot of lies about policies and the state of the country before he lost it to Biden. I don't think that. I mean, obviously, I do think the financial state compared to where it is now is a lot better when Trump was in there.
Right.
And I'm not giving Joe an excuse, but the pandemic was definitely a big part of what
on both of their terms.
Yeah, in both of their terms, Trump had to deal with it like
at the end.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, like dead in the beginning.
Right.
And it was really really bad when Biden got elected. So he kind of came into the presidency with that whole situation, and just. Price.
Yeah, and we still living off the COVID prices right now.
I mean, we are. So, and the country is so much debt, like it's hard to kind of regulate everything.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be hard to shake back.
Exactly. And right now, we're affected by it now. I mean, we live in Greenville. We know how the prices. We know how the prices for houses.
We're not even in the big city. Exactly. It's crazy.
I mean, and crazy thing about it is the city is growing very rapidly.
Very growing.
And
top 4 again.
Exactly. And we don't. I mean, house prices are crazy. You can't find a decent house under $250,000 a year.
But that's a townhome.
Yeah. And
that ain't even a full home.
A full multi-family home. It's a single family home. It's literally like $250K is the base price.
You can't even fit your car in the garage.
Exactly.
Everybody got their car outside.
And then the house stacked on top of each other. There's no room. And obviously that's something that this country definitely has to kind of regulate. But one thing that I want to talk about when it comes to that is I think, especially in our community, the black community, we have to stop voting just off
emotions.
Party. just our party.
Oh yeah, that
Our
Democrat
familiar-
shit
our
is
loyalty.
crazy.
Like we slave the loyalty to the party. I don't care about. I don't care about who's the party. You need to be worried about policies. You need to be worried about who's actually the record of this person, the background of this person. Because Joe has a. When it comes up, when people say, "Hey, Joe is for black people," because he want to get the black vote because he want to play off the fact that black people are always, most black people are predominantly Democrats. So he want to play off that part. But we know that Joe has done some crazy stuff.
He done say,
as a senator, so we know how it is.
He got one of the most racist backgrounds in history.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and obviously, black people, most of us really love Obama. So
Another snake.
Regardless of how you feel about him, I'm just saying, regardless of how you feel about him, a lot of black people do love Obama, and Joe was his vice president. So obviously, that makes a lot of sense. So we just have to start looking more in terms of policies, looking into who these what's the agendas of these people.
I agree with that
because I don't care about their party. They only,
both of them are like toxic now.
Exactly.
Republican and Democrat. My bad.
Exactly.
Or Dixie, if you want to say.
And right now, I think who looks the worst is the Democratic Party because I don't really know what the plan is or what they're gonna do.
What happened to all the candidates?
I really don't know.
Like, did nobody give a damn about them at all? Like, I'm like, dang, I remember last year around like at the end of the year, it was like 3 candidates on the Republican and the Democratic side.
Well, they probably, obviously, Joe is probably gonna get the Democratic election anyway if he continues to go.
How?
It's really up to him. He has to step down and say he's not gonna run for it anymore.
I think they're gonna give it to Camilla.
I don't think so.
Bro, think about it. It's the Democratic Party. They're gonna give it to Camilla, and it's gonna be like, oh, a first black woman president, and it's gonna get all the black votes. Like, just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
And she does a lot of damage to black people.
Yeah, she's not even black. But I'm saying, like, it's just the emotions. Like, they know they can play off black people emotions. We're very emotional people when it comes down to like politics and race and all that. But that shit gotta stop.
Yeah,
Like,
it do.
I don't care if Trump really was racist. Bro, what did racist to like the black community? You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't make a 3-strike rule. He didn't call niggas behind their back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we gotta really get out of our emotions when it comes down to like if we want somebody to lead the country. Now, my personal belief, I don't think we need no president. I think we know we're not sad long enough with this president shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just feel like they're robbing people. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this for the black community, we're gonna do this for the economy, and it'd be nothing. It'd be literally nothing. Yeah. And every year or every 4 years, people go out there and if you're not voting, you're going out sad. I'm like, bro, I remember how black people became Democrats in the first place. We was set up by our own people. And I don't want to get into the MLK shit, but there's a lot of MLK shit. Yeah. But hey, we was set up by our own people and kind of betrayed. But at the end of the day, he did say, I feel like I'm walking my people to the burning house. So I want to make sure I make that clear because a lot of people be like, oh, you talking trash about MLK, you talking trash about MLK. But a lot of this shit we in because of MLK. But before he realized that it was a little too late, you had already accepted that cash, buddy. So hey, we gotta lay it down. You gotta lay it down. And we can go to the next topic of that because I already know.
Yeah, you counsel coach right now. I'm glad it's not February and I'm glad you don't live in Atlanta, by the way.
Yeah. Close enough, but
you do close enough.
But a lot of people know this though. Like Martin Luther King, his intentions wasn't too bad, but he was just misinformed about a whole lot. Like if I go get a kid out of college and put stuff in his head, he not gonna really know too much. You know what I'm saying?
He was very. I will say this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I do appreciate what Dr. King did. I appreciate what
Malcolm did he do?
I mean, he did a lot, bro. The civil rights bill,
Well, I'm saying, why do we need to vote? Do you know what happened when we voted? We lost all of our resources.
I mean, it's the fact that we didn't have the opportunity to vote, period. And to be a part of this country, that's an opportunity that we can have. That's a choice that we made.
That shit was stupid.
That's a choice, though.
That was stupid.
I mean, but
I'm just looking back the society is now with resources and what it's all about. And looking now, we ain't got nothing, Nathaniel, and we had more things then before we started voting. It's dumb.
In my opinion,
retarded.
I'm more of an MLK fan for the civil rights bill and things of that nature for the ability for the country to be more diversified.
It was already diversified.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
It was not diversified in his time.
Segregation wasn't always a bad thing, though.
How could?
What you mean?
How was it not?
Everybody had their own resources.
I mean, I'm not saying
We had a banks, hospitals, schools, everything. Now you can't even look. You can't even guess a black school.
I'm not saying. Well, I can.
Where?
You talking about HBCUs? I can.
That's not a black school,
it's a
bro.
black
That's
school.
an institution of the United States. That's not a black school.
But technically, that's.
It's just more the demographics that go there are black.
But
That's
it's a
not
historically black college, though.
Most of them aren't even named by black people.
I mean, but at the same time, it's a historically black college. I'm not saying.
I mean, if you want to say that, but that's really still. What does that mean?
It's
that black people go there? That doesn't make it a black school.
It can be
we're going off on a tangent, but I'm just breaking it down to you. Like, we was never, the government really made us beef in the first place. We was never beefing. We was always segregated. We was never beefing. Everybody had what they, but then, the newspapers and, resources come into play. They need your dollar like they need your vote.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just your normal Joes. It was the government.
That's who to blame. I agree. One thing, first of all, this black college, it was instituted by black people. That's the reason why it's historically black, because most of the colleges that are HBCUs are instituted by black people, or started by black people. I'm not saying all of them are.
Yeah, because I was about to say, a lot of them wasn't.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that they all funded by black people as well, because that's one thing about it. You can name something and institute something, but you have to fund it.
It's another money grab.
I understand that. So one thing that I'm saying about this whole thing right now, because I'm trying to figure out where we at.
I went out. I went outside.
MLK.
It's been a minute, man. So just let me warm up. Let me warm up.
A minute. So one thing right now, I just think that we have to pay more attention to policies for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's absolutely, and that's one thing that candidates do I don't appreciate. And like you said, I agree with something that you said. It's something about black people. They think with their emotions, and we do. And we see our favorite black celebrities linking up with some type of candidates.
Stupid.
I mean, we seen my favorite player, LeBron. We seen, Jay-Z, the rappers and people like that, big, Diddy and everybody who, before he turned.
And most of them don't even vote.
Yeah. And they was endorsing a candidate and endorsing this person. Obviously, that it's an influence because that's my role model.
There you go.
I'm gonna vote for that person, but you're not really paying attention to the policies.
I'm telling you.
And I think that a lot of people really need to start waking up to their actual understanding of who running the country, and not just the presidency, but the Senate,
the Congress,
the mayor, the people in your local city, the governor.
That's what matters. I don't want to cut you off, but the city, like the stuff around you, that vote matters.
Yes.
But when it get federal, man, that shit it's a whole different ballgame. But you can keep going.
It's we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, we're gonna cover more of it once we get deeper into it.
Of course.
But something that I want to cover right now, because I'm getting irritated with seeing it. It's been happening for about a year or so. So let's
sports
go. No,
politics.
Not politics. It has
R&B,
music, entertainment. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with all this stuff, but
it's like R&B singers are going on their tours of destroying families.
It's destroying families.
We hit a little curve right now, but we're gonna be all
homes. We need to talk about this Chris Brown stuff. Now it has nothing to do with Chris himself, but it has nothing to do with Chris himself.
I think so, because he was kind of like I mean, the way you seen some of the pictures.
That's what I was just about to talk about. So the pictures,
he went farther than Usher did.
Yeah, way farther. So the pictures, Chris is charging $1,000 a person, to take pictures and whatever they do in that $1,000 package. I'm still trying to figure out the detail of this $1,000 package.
They got Chris out here selling dick for $1,000 a pop. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. And he got a lot of women who are in relationships, going outside, married, kids. I'm talking about full-time careers. Done spent $1,000 to take a picture with Chris in a very inappropriate fashion.
Yeah,
I'm talking about very sexual.
You didn't even pay $1,000 for your car.
Exactly. And you didn't put a down payment on your car. And you
didn't even buy it.
Exactly. Your husband bought it, and you take $1,000. Saved up months, talking to your homegirls on the phone about it. I mean, you don't even want to you don't even want to cook for your
Lost
husband.
your whole. You done DoorDashed everything and went out there and sat in Chris Brown's lap. That's crazy.
How you feel about it? I want to hear what you feel about it.
I feel kind of iffy about it. I feel kind of two ways about it. Like on the understanding of, it's Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it like that, but I'm saying on a note, like, this man been an R&B superstar since I was a little boy, literally. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of get where the females come from. This is what they looked up to as a kid. It's kind of like when we see somebody, like if I see Kobe Bryant, I ain't going to be doing all that. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be going outside like that, but I'm going to be really excited to see somebody I looked up to.
You going to pay $1,000?
I'm not paying $1,000 for none of that. I don't care if it was Malcolm X right there. I'm sorry. Love you, but I ain't paying no $1,000. But I feel like, is it worth breaking up a household though? Now, if he really tricking, now Chris Brown, now if you really out there selling it for $1,000, now that's a whole nother story. But if they just out there doing stuff on social media, admit it is. But I just feel like I don't know. I feel two different ways about it. Like, do I throw my whole family away from this guy they never gonna see again? They're never gonna see him again. This was a meet and greet. You're never gonna see him again. And so I kind of feel like, is it worth throwing your whole family away, your marriage and your kids and everything away? Because on Instagram, a lot of people got a box behind Chris Brown taking a picture, so they had to pack their stuff and go.
Exactly. I would have been sending more than
yeah. You very strongly about this, like.
Oh yeah, and I'm waiting on my turn. Cause don't get wrong, I'm waiting on my turn.
You keep waiting for it; it's gonna come. But I just feel like I don't know if it's worth throwing the whole family away over somebody. It's like a fantasy. Like, you're never gonna see him again.
And that's
get all the hugs you want, because when you come home, you ain't getting out of that.
It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. So I'm like, I don't know.
But let me break it down in two ways. First of all, I don't blame Chris because he's Chris.
I blame
like you
Chris.
said, I'm gonna tell you why.
Because he know what he's
Chris.
doing.
He do, but I'm saying he Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people pay to see Chris, and people love Chris. Let me say I don't.
Chris
blame
is the
him.
GOAT though. He's a beast. I love Chris.
It's partial
too.
blame to Chris.
Yeah.
It's more blame to the people, the women.
Yeah, I agree
who
with that.
doing that because they know they married. Chris don't know jack shit about these women.
I mean, he gotta know. Some of them bad, and he just grabbing a handful.
I mean,
I said, this is crazy on national.
He Chris Brown. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But at the same time, you are your husband's wife.
Yeah.
You should
First,
be able to tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here for the
They're
picture.
smiling though.
Yeah, you smiling.
They wanted
and you
it.
just
Yeah.
you just sit smiling and just cheesing. You know,
Hit the Kamala Harris on you.
Exactly. They all under
cheesing.
arms and just smiling,
Yeah.
just laying back and all this stuff. It's just crazy.
It's kind of wild though. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of wild. When I seen it, I said, "This is
wild."
I said, "Chris starting it up again." I said, "He's starting it up again."
I mean, some
Usher
people,
just got on the cold because Usher was going on a whole year tour taking everybody's wife.
But it wasn't that bad. Though.
No, it wasn't.
He ain't
It wasn't
this.
this.
Like
it wasn't. But it wasn't this explicit either though.
I'm talking about Chris and just grabbing, touching
everything.
I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out this is a
bending
picture?
them over. That's what I said.
I mean, this is a picture or a cover.
This a trailer. Yeah, this is a trailer right here.
I'm trying
like,
to figure out what's going on. What is it? Picture or a cut?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I can't believe Chris was actually doing that though.
Hey, I mean. Chris, I will say, like, Chris has made more like sexualized music over the last few years.
He's an R&B singer.
He is, but it's like his music has started to get more like, sexual. So
I can kind of agree with you on that, because that Under the Influence song, I love that song, and I'm like, dang, Chris, you kind of hit a turn with this one, but it's a hard song. I love that song.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of avenues as to why Chris do that, and Chris know that he got a strong female fan base,
right? And you got to keep that fan base. After being a kid star to being a grown man star, it takes a lot of changes and resilience to stay that same person. So I give him a lot of credit for that.
Absolutely, and I will say, like, he revolutionizes the game when it comes to like marketing and being able to have, because a lot of people don't know artists are really not as rich as we think they are.
Yeah.
So most of it just the perception that they trying to hold up. So you can charge $1,000 to take a picture with somebody. I'm not saying a lot. You're not gonna pay $1,000 for everybody, but I'm saying you could charge a considerable amount of money to take a picture with somebody, and one of your favorite celebrities or whatnot. That's a different avenue. You don't have to worry about going on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's more money on going on tour and doing shows and stuff like that, but it's a little quick. Quick. You might take about 10 pictures in a day.
Yeah.
$250.
$10,000.
I mean, yeah, you come out there, you done grabbed a few asses and, ruin a few families, and you go home and do what you want to do. You know,
but that's the thing. Like, do we think he really needs it? But like you just said, they're not as rich as we think. But this man,
fine. Chris,
that's what I'm saying.
Chris
Did you really? That's how you know you have a really high supply and demand. Because if somebody can pay women paying $1,000 to come see you, and they've been seeing you for the past 15, 20 years, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, meet and greet.
I mean, I would have went to a NBA basketball game or something before I would have did that. I'm talking about front seat.
Yeah, I don't like the name meet and greet.
You just got a problem with everything.
I can meet you somewhere and greet you. That's what this ain't no meet and greet. This is we about to go back
meet and touch. Yeah, this is meet and touch.
Ruin my life.
That was hilarious.
I can't go home after this. Like I like he need to sign a waiver.
I don't think they care though, because the women that the husbands did break up with them, they looked like they had no worries in them pictures.
Exactly.
They had no worries in the pictures. Yeah, like they ain't care nothing about it. Like, bro, he might not even see it, but this is Chris Brown. This is what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, bro, the way they was looking, it's like, huh?
Like
no care in the world. My
I'm
husband don't
with
even
you.
know I'm
This is
out. I
with
told
my
him,
husband. I'm with
yeah,
Crystal like
yeah. It
that.
sounded like the husband was right there beside him.
Exactly.
Like they was like, bro, my husband don't care about this.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and
I
then
can't,
and then
bro.
you got a box when you came home. So
Yeah, I'm box, U-Haul truck.
yeah, you got
I'm
everything.
not paying
you
for
got
nothing.
it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put your clothes out there and just lock the door.
See that it's not worth all
It
that though.
is.
It's not worth
It
all
is.
that.
You just
Now,
disrespecting me.
I was about to say now. Them pictures was
I mean, come on,
those
dog.
pictures was crazy.
I gotta
but-
listen to this at work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like your girl
was.
was, bent over for him. You know,
You go to your job, your girlfriend's talking about, oh, you took a picture of Chris Brown, how you look,
I
all this stuff like
yeah.
that. I'm listening, boy, you look like a bitch, boy, your girlfriend, your
yeah.
wife,
Now I kind of see where you coming from on that note. Like,
This is embarrassing.
it's kind of crazy. You go to work and then like, boy, your girl was bent all over for him.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
she had it open for him. last night.
exactly. How can I face that? Like,
Yeah.
I'm be ready to kill somebody, and you just get to take pictures, be smiling and happy.
I just don't understand.
You framing it, you putting it on the wall. I gotta walk past this. Like, nah, you have to grab your little belongings, do what you
Yeah.
need to do, get on out. Leave your car keys though, cause I bought it. I mean, to me, that's just. To me, I just think it's going way too far. I mean,
Who you think next?
who doing it next?
Yeah, you got Usher, you got Chris Brown. Who next? I don't think it's nobody that can do it next.
Nah, I don't think.
Not
nobody.
like them two.
They too big. Like
They too big
to
and
do
they
it.
dance.
Yeah, they
You can't
dance.
you can't fight them.
Nah, you
you
ain't-
can't
ain't
fight
beating
them, bro.
that.
They dance
You
and they
play.
sing. Nah,
Yeah.
you can't even fight them, bro.
It's over with, bro.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
just-
nobody else can do that next. Nah, I don't think nobody else can take that.
I mean, maybe some rappers might do it.
No.
You know, I mean,
Who gonna pay
some-
$1,000 to see a rapper? What rapper you gonna pay $1,000 to see?
I'm not. I wouldn't pay $1,000 to see nobody.
I mean,
Yeah,
I agree.
would-
That's what I'm saying. But I
would-
don't see nobody with that demand in rap, unless it's like Nicki or somebody.
Maybe like Drake or
Man, please.
Meg or somebody like that.
Nah, her voice too deep.
Well, Meg.
Yeah, her voice.
I mean,
too
like
deep.
she got a big sex appeal crowd.
Yeah, she do. She really do. I don't see Cardi maybe.
Nah, I don't think.
But $1,000 is a lot though for people that you rich already. That's what I don't understand about Chris. You charge people $1,000 and you already rich.
Shit, if you could do
He
it,
got it. That's what I'm saying. It's a very high supply. I mean, a very high supply and
I
demand.
mean, he
for
just
him.
charging what he think his name is worth. He think his name was worth. I'm sure he think his name.
I
is
wonder
worth
is
the
his
picture.
tickets $1,000.
Bro, I was
Front seat
I was trying to take
probably
my girlfriend
$1,000.
to go see Chris Brown in
in
Atlanta.
Charlotte. Oh,
And them tickets for the nosebleeds, them ticket about $400.
oh wow.
I'm like, this
Yeah.
like some damn NBA
But it's
tickets.
Chris Brown though. This
Hey,
is a mega star.
That's great. I see him at home in the music video.
That's what I'm saying though. I see him on
TV.
TV. Ain't no way I'm paying $1 million. I'm at $1 million. $1,000 for somebody I'm gonna see on TV.
Yeah,
I've been seeing this
that's
man on
great.
TV for my whole life. I'm not about to stop seeing him on TV because he in town. No.
He Chris Brown, Bartavius Carrington. We
Yeah.
two people, two men.
Yeah.
I'm not paying no damn $1,000 to go see you for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it'd be that long. I think it's like a line. They just come
Yeah,
up
they
and
got
agree to
people-
take pictures
yeah,
and they
you
get
great.
on 5 minutes. You
No,
paid
I'm
$1,000 for 5 minutes.
You can have your.
Man, I need an
other
oil
people.
change. I
Yeah,
need
I
some
got
brakes.
oil
You
change.
know, I got some bills coming up.
Hey,
you know what I'm
man,
saying?
shoot, I
She
got-
could have helped
man.
with the bills.
Exactly.
Instead,
We don't even tie to the church. I gotta pay the tithe.
Yeah.
To my church. I got new tire. I need new tires on my truck.
you gotta pay
you know
her
what I'm
grandma
saying?
$25. So
Exactly. Light bill,
Yeah, that's
roof
crazy.
starting to crack. I need something. I got a lot of stuff I got going
She
on.
saved that money and went and go see
Exactly.
her fantasy husband.
And then I ask you if you got it. No, I don't got it. Then I see you post up in the picture smiling.
And
Brand
he
new
grabbing
clothes.
on both cheeks.
Both cheeks.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I'm just looking at it. I'm just
I said, this is crazy for Chris Brown right
this
here.
disappointing.
This is crazy.
This
for
is
Chris Brown.
disappointing. I'm not like I said. It's Chris. Chris is Chris.
Yeah, I shout out Chris though, cause he
Yeah.
a bold man though.
Yeah,
he a
he's
bold,
very bold man.
Cause
I ain't gonna lie. Me and Chris. If it was me,
if it was in South Carolina, I think people would have followed him. Like, bro, you ain't gonna do my wife like this.
follow
Like, I
him.
think that's what that happened.
Leaving South Carolina.
Yeah, he went to left South Carolina.
Hey,
Shout out to
yeah,
Chris
he-
though, but that's
I
just
ain't
how I
gonna
feel
lie.
about
That's
it.
what our husbands need to make some type of like Nation Islam type group.
Nah, we don't
We
need
got.
that.
Hey, we
don't
do.
need it.
Hey,
No.
listen. If any wife that was disrespected, we need a victim group. For every husband who's been disrespected by Chris Brown in those pictures, they need to get together and come together. And
Not
try to
even just
figure out a
Chris
committee.
Brown, all R&B singers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It need to be Swiss Beats need to be the leader because
Yeah.
he let Alicia get messed up at the Super Bowl. And hey, I'm just saying he got to be the leader of the group.
I
But-
still don't feel. I feel different ways about that. She was smiling too. So what you want to
Is
say?
that- hey,
She was cheesing hard.
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
She was cheesing
Y'all
hard,
don't
bro.
understand. Like y'all get mad because we look at the Instagram picture. We like y'all cheesing, smiling. I ain't never seen you.
But
smile
I really
this
think
hard.
that smile was like, bro, I didn't tell you to do that. Her smile wasn't like, I'm enjoying this. It was like, I'm kind of surprised.
How am I supposed to know? I'm watching TV. I don't know nothing about what you thinking in the back of your
Yeah,
mind.
I mean, I guess
you
you right.
smiling and
I guess
happy.
you right.
All I see is you
But
smiling.
Alicia's so bad though. Like, that's a beautiful woman.
I don't get.
I ain't
She's
gonna lie.
tucking.
She's
She's
beautiful.
tucking.
Man.
She ain't available. You ain't grabbing on my wife.
And then
like
she's
that.
like in her 40s. Like, how can you
and
play
that's
with
the
her?
sad part. You a mother.
She probably smell like cocoa butter and shea butter. And
I will never know because that's not my wife.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. But it's Alicia Keys though.
I don't care if she was.
I care.
1 key, 2 key, 3 keys. I don't care what it was. You're not finna grab my wife. Like that.
Swiss Beats didn't care. So I'm next.
I'm just saying.
Next, bro.
He only don't care because it's Usher. He know he can't really beat. I'm sure.
Yeah,
he can't
that's
really
probably what
beat
it
that.
was. He was like, bro, I ain't even got time to play with Usher.
I care. I don't give a damn who it is. It could be Trump. It could be Bron. It could be
Trump
anybody.
Need to go outside.
Hey.
Trump could pay $1,000 for a meet and greet.
Shoot,
I think Trump can do it. I think Trump can do it.
Trump make about $1 million.
Yeah, I think he would. His shoes sold out. His shirt sold out. I think Trump can do it.
They really can pay.
I wouldn't pull up on $1,000.
Nah.
I'd be like, hey, Trump, I call him though. I call you for $250.
I'm not. Nah.
I just play. I call you. Hey, yo, what's your plan for the country? You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
Well, let's move into the last topic. So NBA free agency is happening right now, and the draft just passed, and we had something else that's very historical that happened this week. So the first time ever a father and son will be sharing the same team in court. And this father and son duo is LeBron and his son, Bronny James. So it's been a lot of scrutiny, a lot of people who don't like it, and I'm interested to hear what you think about it.
It's a bittersweet moment because I'm happy for him. I always knew Bron was going to get a chance to play with one of his sons at least, and I think he's going to get a chance to play with two of them. If he keeps them steroids in his system. I mean, my bad, I ain't mean to, if he keep playing how he playing, he definitely has the leverage to bring both of his sons over there. But it comes a point in life where I'm not hating that you got your son with you. If I had a son that was I would do the same thing. But at the same time, on the same level, if I scored 4 points and only had one season in college basketball, do you think I would have got picked up in the draft?
But y'all looking at that completely different.
What you mean?
Bronny was projected to be a high first round
pick. Yeah,
in
high school.
Before he had a cardiac arrest.
High school.
No, but it was a senior year going to college, and then he had a cardiac arrest while he was still in training camp at his
Okay,
college.
so think about this, right? Let's think. Okay, so take it from Bronny, put it in a regular person perspective. Even though I know he's not a regular person, and I'm not saying LeBron wasn't supposed to do.
Would he be drafted? No, I'm not.
There we go. Like, let's be real now. Like, let's be always real.
But that don't take away the fact. I mean, obviously,
I want Bryce to get there.
I
see Bryce gonna be there. Yeah, Bryce gonna be there.
He gonna be good.
I feel like Bronny had the talent to do it, but I feel like when you're a liability now. And I'm sorry. Yes, bro.
But he checked out for his physical.
What that mean?
That means he's straight. He don't have no health problems.
But, bro, okay, all right. You go out there and have a heart attack. We're going to see what your job say when you try to come back. They're going to be like, bro, they're going to be like, I don't want no smoke.
His contract guaranteed.
Of course, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That's what comes in when your dad's the biggest. He's a billionaire. He's the biggest basketball player ever walked the planet. He going to get you in there. And I respect that.
Word, bro. Nepotism. Everybody saying nepotism.
Shit. I ain't even. What are we talking about? Napoleon Diamond?
America's built on nepotism. Everybody
yeah, exactly. All these congressmen, there's their sons in there.
Exactly.
All these police chiefs, all these basketball teams, their son is the president.
Yeah. I mean, it's generations.
No problem with that.
Absolutely.
That is America. Generational wealth. But so it's come from me. It's like, did you earn it? You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You go through a lot of scrutiny of being LeBron James' son. And honestly, I feel like if you wouldn't have had that cardiac arrest, you probably would have been good. But what's wrong with giving him another year in college?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't see why he didn't go to college. If it was me, I wouldn't.
I said another year, just another year. Because now it look like it don't look like it was. It don't look genuine. I'm just gonna be real.
It don't look genuine.
And then you got Rich Paul, his best friend, saying, "Yeah, bro, you mess with Bronny James if you want to. I ass gonna be in Australia, and we're gonna get the same amount of money. You don't believe it?
He wouldn't have went to Australia.
Oh, I don't believe that either. But I believe. Yeah, okay. I was about to say now, Rich Paul. I guarantee he said it.
I mean, you gotta think. Also, this dude.
That's his nephew. That's what I was about to say. That's his nephew.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure he get the best deal. Like we just said, he's a health liability because of his situation.
Yeah. So why would I pay you all that money?
Exactly. So and obviously Bron is the most influential player in the game right now. So obviously I'm gonna make sure if I'm his agent, I'm gonna say no, you're not literally. You're not gonna sign him to no two-way deal, so it's not fully guaranteed. If you want him, you got to pay him guaranteed.
I think a two-way deal would have been fair.
It would have been fair,
but LeBron ain't going.
But exactly, and
LeBron ain't going.
Bronny not going. I mean,
he don't have a choice.
I mean, he do.
He was the second highest paid person in college, and he averaged 4 points.
Hey, but he had a choice though.
Yeah, he could have stayed.
As long as he got a choice.
That's what I was. So why would you think this nepotism ain't real?
I think, but it's not nepotism because then I'm not saying. I'm gonna say this.
You sound conflicted here.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. as a player, he would have earned it if he would have not had his cardiac arrest. So he's great.
I agree with that.
I don't think
I agree with
if Bronny would just like really ass, then I would.
Yeah,
like, okay,
I think he's better than the Akatupo brothers, if that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
I think
out to the Kumbo.
than asses.
Yeah, and to me that's nepotism because we know he trash. So we know for a fact he trash.
I feel like Giannis did it, Bron doing it, but I feel like at the same time, like I said, if I put this in a regular person perspective, bro, you wouldn't have made it to the NBA, and you wouldn't be the second highest player in the NIL deals in college basketball.
But it's all business though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all business, but I got two different ways about it. Like, Bron, I know you put the fix is in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You average 4 points plus a cardiac arrest, and you're the second highest paid player in the college basketball.
He bring a lot of eyeballs to the game, so I don't see
But
how that's
why? Because your last name.
Signed.
Okay, so.
I mean, Deion signed the same way.
But Deion signed nice.
I mean, but Bron
he's nice.
He was projected to be a first round pick.
In high school, we never seen him play with grown men.
But we had the opportunity was robbed because of his cardiac arrest.
It wasn't robbed. It was a health issue.
I mean, okay, so you wasn't able to see what you looking for.
I just don't understand. And I knew this was gonna be like this. I'm like, bro, he's too biased and he's too invested. You know,
invested in what?
You too invested in the James family.
I'm not.
Your last name is James. You know,
I'm not investing into the James family.
There's no way. You see this as being a fair.
It's a black thing, bro.
A black thing.
It is.
What does this have to do with that?
I mean, because we all know. We just had this conversation. We both made a point.
No, we didn't.
Hold on. Let me break it down. We both made a point that nepotism is a part of American culture.
Yeah.
Businesses are built off
families,
generational businesses.
Okay.
So that's passed down from generation to generation. That's the truth.
Is that from? Okay. So what about this?
So obviously, a black man who just giving his son an opportunity to play in the league, that's something wrong with that?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with wanting your son to be in the league, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just saying.
You LeBron James. If you got resources, you going to make sure you get in the league.
Right.
So what's the problem?
Was it deserving?
Okay, but most people's sons don't deserve to be the leader of the business. But they get the opportunity because that's
okay. So, but two wrongs make a right now.
I'm not okay, but you can't call out one wrong and don't call out the other wrong.
I said we already agreed on the people letting their sons be in the business. I said nothing's wrong with that.
I'm just saying,
get the generational wealth up. But I'm saying for LeBron James, it make it look real, my nigga. Like make it look real.
I mean, but
it didn't look real.
Sure every person who work in a corporation or a business who
want their son in.
Not just that, but if a regular employee who felt like he was smarter, better.
What happens if he don't perform?
If he don't perform, then he's gonna get kicked out of the league like everybody else.
I don't believe that.
I mean, he is. He's a player. I mean, regardless of, just because
this ain't Doc Rivers' son. This is LeBron James' son.
I mean, and after LeBron retired, obviously he'll still have influence in the game, but
exactly.
It's
his shirts just sold more than LeBron James shirts before he even played.
We don't even know that's true though.
I mean, that's what the article say. You're right. It might not be true, but I'm just saying the influence is out of this world. The NBA knows like, oh, this is a money grab.
It's profitable.
It's a money grab.
It's profitable.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, was it genuine? You know what I'm saying?
But it's pressure on Bronny to be a great
That's what
player.
I'm saying. What if he don't perform? Then who fault is that?
But in my opinion, he's competitive. Like you got to think.
I'm not saying he's not a bad player. He's not trash. I'm just saying we didn't get to see enough of his growth before we see him actually turn into an NBA player. One more year would have been great. That's all I'm saying. I ain't hating on nothing because if my daddy was in the NBA shit, I want to pause. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
But he don't, at the same time, most rich people don't think that way. Like I don't really have to do much. I'm already rich. Like Brian.
I think Bronny grounded. I think he's really grounded. I think he wants to be a better player.
Exactly.
But I also think that the fix was in.
I mean, I'm not arguing that. If his name
because if Rich Paul
Smith,
called me, say if I owned, I think it was Phoenix. No, I think he was a Lakers or Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
Everybody else got a phone call like, bro, you pick up Bronny if you want to. We'll be gone. We'll be on the first flight out of here. I'm like, damn, Rich Paul. I respect it because I mean that's his best friend. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. That's real. Like he got your best interest. He probably didn't even tell Rich Paul to do that. He probably was just like, I got this. Don't even worry about it, Bron. You play ball and I got this. So I kind of feel like the wow, let's say that word right. The camaraderie. Wow, we're not even gonna worry. Yeah, we're not even gonna worry about that, guys. We're gonna just speed past that one. It's a little early for me. But I see what the passion is there for him. Like, I see the family connection. I just don't think it was fair. And that's all I'm going to say.
Like, fair to the players?
There you go.
I agree.
Yeah, the players that actually was balling.
I'm okay with that.
That deserved the spot. But the fact that they don't know nobody, you know what I'm saying? Or they ain't got no rich daddy.
That's fine. But I just don't like people calling out nepotism. And they not calling out the American culture being a part of nepotism.
But it's still nepotism. Just because he do it don't make it right.
But I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying you can't call his situation wrong and don't call every other situation wrong.
But in this situation, we never seen this before. This is the first father and son.
We see it all the time.
But this is the first father and son in the NBA, so I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's just NBA.
Right, and the whole country is built off of father and son. I get that.
I'm just saying. But it's just narcissistic to me that you calling out something like this in the NBA.
Or is it just because it's LeBron?
It's not just LeBron. If it was KD and it was his son, they would have did the same thing. I would have said the same thing. If it was
KD would be crying right now.
I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
You have to call it out. Period. Call it out. If you
we already called it out.
Me and you called it out. I'm just saying the people in national media who talking about this, dragging this story all day long.
They are dragging it.
So,
they are dragging it. I'm tired of hearing about it now. Okay. And it's only happened 3 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we calling out. Obviously, I'm not saying that the fix definitely
the fix is in,
but
bro.
It's natural. Every man who's a father would have done the same thing for their
Oh,
son.
would they though?
I mean, yeah. If their son has proven to work hard and he really wanted,
I think my dad would told me, my pops would have been like, "Hey, bro, you ain't ready yet."
I mean,
because why would you want to bring me into a situation that I could possibly embarrass myself?
But Bron probably feel like he is ready.
Yeah, or is he just excited? You know, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like a little like you with your son every day, so you think he ready, but really he just been playing you. He ain't played Curry and Kyrie yet.
We really don't know because of his situation with his heart failure, not heart failure, but his heart crisis.
Yeah,
so we don't.
And I hate that for him. He's way too young for that, and he's healthy. It looks like so. It's kind of crazy.
So yeah, we don't really know the situation. All we do know is that we just patiently waiting to see how he perform. If he don't perform to the league,
I don't think he's gonna do good his first year. I mean, his first year. Let's be real.
He gonna be in the G League.
Nah, I don't think Bron going for that. He made way too many to go to the G League.
He gonna be in the G League.
He make millions of dollars now. You think he going to the G League where he could possibly make $500,000?
No, he gonna make the same money. He gonna make the same amount of money. He's gonna go to the G League.
If they would have put him on a 2-way contract, maybe. But now they got him where, bro, if you don't perform, you might be out of here in 2 years.
But he's still gonna get paid regardless.
Oh yeah. His dad's a billionaire. I don't even think it's about money. His dad's a billionaire.
It is, but I'm saying the fact of the matter is when you are investing into a talent and to come with the scare of Bronny's health situation, obviously his agent want to make sure that he is being protected to the point where you might be, scared and you cut him. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna get paid regardless.
So you think they're gonna give him you think they're gonna give him the PEDs like they did Bron?
I don't know. I ain't none of my business.
I just want to slide that one in there. I just want to speed that one in there real quick.
Whatever, man. This has been a great episode. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, we're back.
Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for all the brand new episodes that's coming out, and we will see y'all next episode. Peace.
We out.